STAYC has been around for over 5 years now, but their songs still hit like the first warm afternoon of the year. On the 12th of November 2020, 6 girls released their first song and called it So Bad. STAYC came out of High Up Entertainment, a smaller company run by the producing duo Black Eyed Pilseung. The two had spent years writing hits for bigger groups like Twice, Sistar, and A-Pink. This time, they were building their own. 6 members, 1 new group, and no major company behind them. So Bad was loud and bubbly and a little all over the place. It bounced around, fast and bright, the kind of song that grabs you before you decide how you feel about it. Light, sweet, and easy to like. Siyun came in already a familiar face. She had acted in dramas as a kid, and her father is the veteran singer Park Nam-jung. The rest were mostly unknowns. What they shared was that bright energy on stage. From the very first day, the company had a word for what they were going for. Teen Fresh, which is short for Teenage plus Fresh. At debut, it sounded like a marketing line, something printed on a press release. So Bad charted low and slipped away within a few weeks. None of that mattered much in the end, because the sound was already set. You could hear exactly what kind of group this was going to be from that first song. 5 months after debut, STAYC came back with ASAP. This one caught. ASAP had that easy, sunny pop sound, bright and warm, the kind of thing that sounds good with the windows down. The hook was simple enough to sing after one listen. The dance caught on too. The point moves were all over the place online, idols and regular people copying them, and the song spread fast while the world was in a pandemic. It climbed to number 9 on the chart, their first real hit, and the first sign that the bright thing actually worked. Then came Stereotype in September 2021. The song was catchy in the same easy way, and it handed them something they had been chasing. Their first music show win, in their first year out. For a group with no big company pushing them, that one meant a lot. Run to You followed in February 2022. A bit more retro in feel, a little more polished, and it went further than anything before it. Number 4 on the chart. By now, the pattern was clear. STAYC's songs were bright, the hooks were simple, and they stuck in your head whether you followed the group or not. That last part is what set them apart. Plenty of rookie groups have loyal fans who stream every release on day one. STAYC had songs that regular people hummed without knowing the group's name. The music traveled on its own. February 2023 gave them their biggest song yet. Teddy Bear did not explode right away. It started low on the charts and climbed week after week as more people kept finding it. The melody was warm and simple and impossible to shake. Kids sang it. Their parents sang it. It spread the slow way, by word of mouth and repeat listens, until it was just everywhere. The numbers backed it up. The album sold big from day one, a new first-week record for them, over 300,000 copies, and a platinum certification. The song reached number 4 on the chart and stayed near the top for months. For a group that built everything from the ground up, this was the one that put them on solid ground. That August, they leaned all the way in with Bubble. Bubble was bright and fizzy and a little playful, fun from the first second to the last. Around this time, the big trend in girl groups was something people called Teen Crush, sharper and a little tougher, led by groups like ITZY. STAYC went the brighter way. The whole album around Bubble carried one name for it: Teen Fresh. The word the company had used since debut was now the title, the concept, the entire point of the release. By this stage, they had a line they were using in public. "STAYC is the genre." Half slogan, half true. The real version of it was simpler than that. Most groups shift their sound every year to chase whatever is working. STAYC picked the one that felt freshest at the start and kept showing up with it. And it worked because they meant it. On them, the brightness just read as real. By 2024, STAYC had been around for almost 4 years. Time for the album every group eventually makes. The one where they show they have grown up. That album was Metamorphic, released in July, their first full-length record. The lead song, Cheeky Icy Thang, carried a cooler, more confident attitude than anything before it. The members played with their voices in new ways and stepped outside the roles they usually filled. Here is where it gets interesting. That record was the first step away from the bright sound that built them. And they kept walking that way. In October 2024 came GPT, Moodier and a Little Sad, a song about waiting on someone who never really answers, named after the chatbot for exactly that reason. Then in March 2025, Bebe, sharper again, heavier, more grown, the kind of edgy sound just about every girl group was reaching for back then. STAYC showed they could do it too. In between, they went big on the road. Their second world tour, Stay Tuned, ran most of 2025 across Asia, down through Australia and New Zealand, then a 10-city run through North America. Night after night, the songs that carried those rooms were the ones everybody already loved. ASAP, Bubble, So Bad. So in July 2025, they came back to it. I Want It did exactly what the title says. Bright, bouncy, and sure of itself. The detour was over. 5 years in, they had landed right back on the easy, sunny sound that was theirs from the start. After I Want It, the Korean releases went quiet for a while. Almost 11 months passed before the next one. Some of that was the tour still running into late 2025. Some of it was rest after a year of crossing the globe. For a group that usually puts music out fast, the wait felt long. Then the wait ended. On the 16th of June 2026, STAYC came back with their 6th single album, To Love. The theme this time is love, told their way, confident and upbeat. The timing is no accident. June, summer, the exact season their sound was built for. Right after the comeback, they head out on a fan concert tour called Stay Closer. 7 cities, all built around the thing STAYC does best. All 6 members up front, that bright, easy energy filling the room. 5.5 years in, STAYC sits in a comfortable spot. They have something a lot of groups would trade for. A sound people recognize in seconds, and a fresh feeling that shows up on cue every single time. Put on a STAYC song from any year, and it still sounds fresh. Doesn't matter if it dropped in 2020 or last week. They have wandered, sure. Gone moody, gone sharp. Tried on the darker sound everyone else was going for. And every time, they came back to the bright one. That is the tell. The summer sound is the one that actually fits them. Their songs still feel like the windows down, sun out, no worries part of the year. Press play on ASAP or Teddy Bear or Bubble, and the season shows up in the room no matter what the calendar says. That is the whole trick. STAYC carries summer with them, wherever they end up. that part never really fades. Because with Stacy, it is always summer.